Hi friends, this is Beverly. I'm so glad you joined me today on my channel. Thanks for watching. I wanted to talk to you today heart to heart and let you know what happened to me last week. It was like the weirdest thing. Um, I woke up and I was having vertigo and dizziness and a pounding in my throat and my heart was rapidly just beating out of my chest practically. It was so rapid and I was feeling kind of woozy, like, and just didn't feel right. And I thought, well, I'll check my heart rate. And my heart rate was just skyrocketed. It was ridiculous. It was, and I had been given some medicine a couple of years ago, propanolol, to, stop the racing and that kind of thing sometimes whenever it happens. So I took one of those and I was scheduled to go to my church where I go to church at Light of the World in Marshall, and they were having a prayer meeting at 1 o'clock, and I was really excited about that. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and go to that, and just nothing's probably wrong, and I'm okay. I just told myself just forget about it and go on over there. Well, it turned out I never did feel any better. And I decided that I should go to the ER. So I went to Hospitality ER on McCann Road across from the mall. Hi, Hospitality ER. Thank you so much for everything. You're terrific. Everybody there was just so supportive, and they got me right into the ER emergency room, and the doctor came in and said that there was some tests that they wanted to run, and I was just smiling and talkative and didn't think much about it. And the doctor came back in kind of with a puzzled look, and he said, there's this test that we've been running for 10 years, and there's a test that we've run for 20 years, and the test that we ran for 20 years came back abnormal, and there's something wrong that we need to check out, that you need to see a cardiologist, but for now we want to observe you overnight. And so they called, I called my husband and Craig, and I told him that my test had come back abnormal and I'd had a slight heart attack. And I just was in shock, mainly. I didn't expect it at all. And I cried for a few minutes because I was thinking, I've got too much to do. I'm really too young to be having this kind of problem, and I don't know why this is happening to me. And I've figured it out that I shouldn't be fearful, because I remember Jeremiah 29:11. It said, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for a future and a hope." And maybe you feel hopeless today. Maybe you've got health problems, or you've got a family member going through some health problems, or maybe you've lost your job, or you just hate your job and you need another job, and you're worried about the economy, or different things going through your mind, and you've been anxious and fearful. Maybe there's been a relationship breakage, and you're suddenly going through divorce, and you don't know where to turn. And I just want to encourage you today that I can pray for you, and I pray for you right now that you would be peaceful, and that you would find your way through this problem, or whatever you might be going through today. There's nothing too big that God can't handle, and there's nothing on this earth worth more than having peace of mind, and God can give that to you. So just remember, people are around you that love you, and your relationships of friends and family, and there are somebody out there really does love you, and it's going to be okay. You don't have to worry so much. Just lay it in the lap of at the feet of Jesus, and just remember that you're going to be okay, and God has a plan for you, a supernatural plan. So I decided that myself, that I wasn't going to worry about, oh, I might have a massive heart attack any second, or, oh, maybe there's something wrong with my valve, or I need a new, I need some stents, or I need bypass surgery, or, whoa, 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 whoa. blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes whenever you start worrying and things just spin around your head and you're just like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? And, but I'm here to tell you not to do that. Just to rest and be peaceful and realize that we care. I care about you. And I'm glad you're watching this program and on YouTube. And one of my friends called me and said, did you say anything to any of your friends on Facebook? And I was like, no, I've only told like, I don't know, 3 or 4 people. I wasn't planning on telling anybody on Facebook, but I thought I could really use some prayer right now. And I was glad to know that where my husband works, where Craig works at Komatsu, they sent a chaplain over to the hospital that night that I was there on observation until the next morning. And they gave me some nitroglycerin and some baby aspirins and took care of me there at the hospitality ER really well. And I can't say enough about them. They're just great people. Great place to be if you have to be sick. I mean, if you're going through some kind of a issue, they'll find what's wrong and they'll take care of the problem. They always do. They're really, really good folks over there. But I was glad the chaplain came to pray with us, and she was really sweet, and it really helped my husband and Craig and I feel much better when she left. And they gave me a pair of pajamas at the hospital, and I just gotten some Snuggie pajamas and some, footies that had some puppy paws on there. And we have 3 Yorkies and 1 Yorkie poo. Actually, we have 2 Yorkies and 1 Yorkie poo. And so I was glad to have puppy paws on my feet. I was like, oh, this is going to be all right, So if you would, please say a prayer for me. And if you don't mind, subscribe to my channel. Then I would love to hear your comments below, but also I'm going to leave in the description box a way to get a hold of me at my post office box so that you can send me some snail mail. I would love to read your letters. Just write me a letter if you don't mind, or if you get a minute, So I'm here to say, hang in there. There's nothing too big that God can't solve it. No problem too big for God, okay? And everything's going to be okay. And I'm glad you're listening to this video, and thanks for watching, and I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll keep you posted. I'm supposed to see the cardiologist pretty soon, so we'll tell you what's going on, and we'll hang in there. Okay, friends. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.